long podcast with lot of patience, and we almost agreed to the narrative. He isn't a chore, he is innocent. But why did he become a fugitive? What made him to flee India, or did he actually flee? We don't need a bird to answer this. Presenting you the horoscope analysis of a man who called himself the king of good times even before "अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं" became a slogan. Let me put the disclaimer first. This analysis is based on the birth details available online, and this is my humble attempt to analyze the chart of such a stalwart who inspired the young generations to take up entrepreneurship. Also, all this analysis in this video is purely based on astrological principles and no personal intentions attached here. Okay, and I would urge my viewers also to take it positively as an educational purpose if you are interested in Vedic astrology. And don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video among your friends and family circle as well. Let's start with the analysis. Firstly, let me give out the birth details and a basic analysis of his horoscope. So, 18th December 1955 is the birth date. Birth time is 11:30 a.m. and the place is Kolkata. And the nakshatra is Shravana Nakshatra, Makar Rashi. And Lagna, the rising horizon or the ascendant, which becomes the main, the arena here is the Kumbha Lagna. So, the main key feature of this horoscope is both the Janma Rashi and the Janma Lagna, both are ruled by Saturn, Shani Dev. So, there is a huge influence of Saturn on this horoscope. And if I have to explain the key signification or key characteristics of Kumbha Lagna natives. So, Kumbha Lagna natives are generally innovative, transforming and revolutionary to this world. And this explains how he gave us the taste of luxury in an economy way. So, that's also very important to note here. So, that was his ambition and that was his passion actually, to give luxury to everyone in a very affordable way and also to set a very good example to the world. So, definitely yes, to have passion, to have ambition. But when the wrong period starts, that's when the debacle also starts. Because the main feature in Vedic astrology is the Dasha. Dasha shows you the direction. The way our Guru says, Dasha Disha Dikhati hai. So that's what happened for this king of good times as well. He started an airlines business, which was his very passionate business. And when he started this business, he was just then started with Shani Mahadasha. As I mentioned before, Shani is his Lagna Lord as well as the Rashi Lord. So definitely it had to be a very good Dasha. But Shani, as we know, as a planet, he is a very potent malefic planet. And for Kumbha Lagna, he becomes the Lagna Lord, a very benefic planet, as well as the 12th Lord, because he is the Lord of Makar Rashi also. Among the 9 planets, Rahu Ketu doesn't have any lordships. Sun and Moon, who are luminaries, have just one Rashi lordships, that is Simha and Karkataka, Leo and Cancer, and the rest 5 planets have 2 lordships. And similarly, Shani Dev had 2 lordships, that is Makar Rashi and Kumbha Rashi. And for Kumbha Lagna, Shani Dev will become that Lagna Lord as well as the 12th Lord. Lagna Lord, so it represents his personality, his himself actually. So it's not at all a problematic one. But because Shani Dev was the 12th house Lord also, it represents the house of loss and house of losing things or ending up in debacle also. So that's what happened in his case also. When Shani Dasha started in 2003, he established the airlines business. The first Antardasha of any Mahadasha is a Chidra Dasha. Any Mahadasha starts with its own Antardasha. So Shani Mahadasha will have the first Antardasha of Shani itself. Next comes Buddha, next comes Ketu, next comes Shukra. Like this it goes on. So any Mahadasha, when it starts with its own Antardasha, that time period is known as Chidra Dasha, that is a destructive or disruptive beginning is what we would say. So during this time, generally we don't predict any good things or any good things to happen also. And this time period is generally considered not good for anyone. So anything started during this time also will not yield good results. So he established the airlines business in 2003 when Saturn Dasha started. In 2005 the commercial operation started, and at that time also it was still Shani Mahadasha, Shani Antardasha, because it will be for almost 2.5 years, and the same period was there. Once Shani Antardasha got over, then came Buddha Antardasha, which was 5th and 8th lord for him, so it was generally good. But in Shani Mahadasha, there is a feature, that is there are 2 Antardasha in Shani Mahadasha, which is very bad, and for the Kumbha Lagna, these 2 Antardashas will be much more terrible as well. So which are those Antardashas? One is Shukra, another one is Rahu. Shani being one of the most malefic, when he has the Antardasha of Shukra, there is a high chance that it could be a very bad one also. If the Lagna is Kumbha Lagna or Makar Lagna or Vrishab Lagna or Tula Lagna. The main analysis is for this, if Shani and Shukra are functional benefics for that Kundli, that is their lordships and their positions, if everything is positive for that Kundli, then Shani and Shukra's time period will be very terrible one. But if the lordships as well as the positions is a very bad one, then the time period would be a very good one. So it is the opposite of it. If the position and lordships are good, the time period is bad. If the position and lordships are bad, the time period would be very good. But here Shanidev was Lagna Lord, Shukra was the Yoga Karaka. So definitely Shani Dasha, Shukra Antardasha, which started from December 2009 onwards, turned out to be the start of downfall of the airlines business, which he started at the start of Shani Mahadasha. So December 2009 onwards itself, the start of the downfall, actually all the dreadful things also happened. And this Shani Shukra, as I mentioned, was very problematic for him, and the last nail in the coffin was actually given by, no guesses, it was Shani Mahadasha, Rahu Antardasha. So both these 2 bad Antardashas of Shani Dasha actually somewhat completely made the business of his, all kinds of business also, kind of look like a failure to the public. So that's what Dasha and Antardasha does. That's why it is said that in Vedic astrology, if the horoscope has multiple Raj Yogas, multiple wonderful benefic yogas also, if the Dashas doesn't come at the right time in a right way, if the person doesn't get the right Dasha at the right time, then definitely the person may face the failure, and he can actually end up in a debacle also. And this is one of that case where he actually had to face that. So what I could see in this whole chart, to tell it in a nutshell, that whole Shani Mahadasha was already expected for him to bring that failure. So the airlines business getting started was just a nimitta for him. So Shukra Antardasha started the debacle, Rahu Antardasha finished it. So when did this Rahu Antardasha start? It was from October 2016 onwards, and this was also for 2.5-3 years. So Shani Dasha from 2009 till 2018-19, the complete, the 10 years actually reversed out many of the good things he had done before. So that's what happens to any person, and this is how we can analyze through astrology as well. So what I could see was that this Shani Dasha, Rahu Antardasha, not just from the time period it was that malefic, but there was conjunction of Shani and Rahu also in the horoscope. As you can see on the screen, both Shanidev and Rahu was placed in the 10th house from the Lagna. So if we count from Kumbha Lagna, the 10th house becomes the Vrishchik Rashi, and that's where Shani and Rahu is placed. And though they are 20 degrees apart, they are in the opposite Navamshas. Rahu is in Kumbha Navamsha and Shani is in Leo Navamsha or Simha Navamsha along with Ketu. And the same position is repeated in Dashamsha, D10 also, for professional success or for great success. We usually see Dashamsha, D10. So this is one of the divisional chart. Okay, so here we can see Scorpio sign. If we take from the Rashi characteristic perspective, in the whole zodiac, Scorpio or the Vrishchik Rashi is the most mysterious sign. The second mysterious is the Kumbh Rashi, his own ascendant actually. And the most mysterious planet among all the 9 is Rahu, and Rahu was placed in this mysterious sign. So Rahu in Vrishchik Rashi adds up to the mystery, and Shani Dev also placed here, that also adds up to the mystery because Shani is the second most mysterious planet. So all the mysterious elements are in the 10th house, and 10th house represents the professional success, professional growth, or what the profession of the native is, or what kind of events would have happened in the profession also or in the business also. All are determined from the 10th house. So that itself is so mysterious that till date I can say majority of the events have not yet come to limelight at all. So whatever has been circulated in the media, whatever was told in the podcast, in the interview, everything, it is just 10 or 20% itself. 70 to 80% is still hidden from the public, and that's why it is very difficult to come to a judgment or to come to opinion that what has actually happened or who is at the fault, because it is so much of mystery present in that Rashi and mysterious planets adding to it. So it is very difficult to analyze as well. But I would like to share one interesting fact here. When he was born, he had this Shani and Rahu's conjunction. Now, when the podcast surfaced also, there was Shani Rahu conjunction. So, considering the time the podcast would have recorded also, I can say Shani Rahu was very closely conjunct. From 29th of March till 31st of May, Shani Rahu's close conjunction. Shani Rahu conjunction was in Meena Rashi. When he was born, it was in a watery sign Scorpio. Now, it is in another watery sign Pisces, Meena Rashi. So we can see that there is a lot of events which are hidden from the public, and those could be the actual reason for the failure of airlines business. Okay, and whatever happened, like he was called, he was humiliated, all these things, it would be an entire issue. So he is definitely a very misunderstood person for sure, but whatever events were narrated, that was also very half truth itself. So what I would say in one line is, दाल में कुछ काला जरूर है. It is not what it appears to be. A lot more is hidden here, and it will never come to limelight also. Based on astrological analysis, which I could see based on this key conjunction also, I would say that there is a lot of secrets and lot of deception here. And I feel that when Shani Dasha, Ketu Antardasha started, that is somewhere in 2008 only, there could have been some conspiracy against him for sure, because he is in such a business, or airlines has a business itself for our country is not a good business. And in the whole world, we have such stricter regulations for aviation business. And we recently saw the aviation tragedy also, which was really terrible and very horrific even to remember also. I know many of you would already be in very in a panic mode that we will never travel in any flight also, because I did get the DMs also. I do understand it, but if we see from our country's perspective also, our country's Independence Day chart basis, it is Vrishab Lagna, and for Vrishab Lagna, Guru becomes the 8th lord. So somewhere for the aviation business, we need both Saturn as well as Jupiter, because Jupiter is Akash Tattva, Guru is Akash Tattva, and Saturn or Shani Dev is very important for aviation business. So because Guru is getting involved, which is 8th house lord, so airlines business by nature itself is a very risky business, and for our country India, it is a very risky and it becomes much more difficult business, because 8th lord's presence will actually come here. So it's not that easy. So most of the airlines which did start in India, okay, have not survived for more years. That also we can see in the history. So that is also one key feature if you have to see from the mundane perspective. And if you see from the horary perspective, the person who did start this airlines business with a very main intention of bringing in punctuality, hospitality and luxurious in-flight entertainment as well, because that's what the airlines was known for. His airlines was very well known for punctuality, hospitality and such a well treated or luxurious in-flight entertainment as well. But what led to the debacle of it is, I have explained very well throughout this video, and how the Mahadasha, Shani Mahadasha played the key role in it, and the two Antardasha, Shukra Antardasha and Rahu Antardasha played the key role. So that itself is enough to analyze and understand no matter you are the king of good times, when Shani Mahadasha arrives, and if Shani Dev is not a good planet in your horoscope, it's very difficult to manage things also. And if I have to take it from the current time period, which many of you would have in the mind that will he ever come back, what happens and all. Currently, he is in Buddha Mahadasha. He's already completed the Shani Mahadasha and he has already started with Buddha Mahadasha, and now he's in the Ketu Antardasha. He has even completed the first Antardasha, which was Chidra Dasha also is done. Now he's in Buddha Antardasha, Ketu Antardasha. Ketu is also kind of a mysterious planet. Let me tell you. Ketu is also very secretive, like a spy. Okay. So Buddha Mahadasha, Ketu Antardasha is also just says that he came to the media and he did confess on many things. He did share a lot of information. Buddha is for the data. Buddha is for the social media, because along with Rahu, Buddha is very, very important for content creation, for data, for these kind of podcasts, everything. Mercury, Buddha is very important, and that's what we can see in Buddha Dasha came to Anandar Dasha. He came into public, like he came public and did express what happened and what all went through, what all he had to go through also. Now from July mid onwards, he will be in Shukra Antardasha. So this Shukra is his Yoga Karaka. So Buddha Dasha's Shukra Antardasha definitely should be a very good Dasha for him, because if we see the position of Shukra also in his chart, it is in the 11th house. So he was a liquor business owner also, and he was with Buddha and Surya also, and Venus, his Yoga Karaka, is really well placed. So that's why it is forming a very good Dhani Yoga also, 9th Lord in the 11th house. So what I would say is that he will never be short of money. Okay, maybe to manage business or for some other reasons he would have had a financial problem, but at all times he will live with same decent or modest amount of luxury, and he will never be deprived of money. So his Shukra Antardasha will also protect him. So that also will be there for some time, I think almost for 3 years. So July 2025 to May 2028, he will have this Buddha Mahadasha's Shukra Antardasha. So I don't see any bad things to happen to him or any kind of luck. It could be like that there could be some court cases. It might come to a decision during this time, because it is in Dhanu Rashi. Okay, so it's a kind of a house of battle also, and it is Guru's Rashi, so very important for any judge, courts, everything also. So he might, it might come to a very decisive mode also, but there's a high chance that he may win the case also, because as he has mentioned, he has already repaid more than 2 of it, and most of them are already closed. So there is a chance that he might get cleared to major of the accusations, but certain things may remain, and this Buddha Mahadasha is also the 8th Lord. So a lot of transformation also can happen in his life. And 8th house is for longevity also. So during this time, he may actually, he may not, or he may come actually, but because considering his age and because it's 8th Lord's Dasha, this could be the last Dasha also, which is generally can be told actually. And what I would say is that a lot of mysterious things are hidden in his horoscope, about which I don't like to show any kind of interest. But I would say the Vakri Jupiter in the 7th house makes me think a lot about the morality and honesty of the person also. This is highly questioned. So because of the Vakri Jupiter in the 7th house, though the Guru Dasha, the complete 16 years of Guru Dasha, which came before Shani Mahadasha, gave him a very good amount of time period. He lived in luxury, he breathed luxury, and he was born in luxury also. Okay, but the Vakri Jupiter in 7th house shows that some kind of conspiracy has definitely happened against him, and that could have led to the failure of the business also. So I had this doubt from the other angle of Saturn Ketu Antardasha, because the same conjunction was there in Dashamsha and Navamsha also. But even from the Vakri Jupiter in the 7th house, I can see a lot of hidden things, and lot of things are highly questioned actually in him. So this was my analysis of the King of Good Times. I think I have done a good justice in analyzing. What I would say is that he was definitely passionate, he was definitely innovative and making things, and he was a marketing king also. He had a very good marketing strategies, which is very much easy for a Kumbh Lagna native, and that's what I can say here. But the planetary combinations reveal multiple layers of secrecy and also deception. So the chart shows that someone whose public image may not match the hidden reality. So जरूर दाल में कुछ काला है. It is not what it appears to be. So if you like this analysis, please do like the video, share the video, and also provide your feedback and suggestions in the comment box. The stars have spoken, and this is just an analysis of a revolutionary luxury to mysterious circumstances. So let me know your take on this astrological analysis, and until we meet again, thank you. Have a good day.